ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त। श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the Assembled Lord. All glories to the Assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Maturayam Tata Vajram Shurasena Patim Tata Prajapatyam Nirupyeshtim Agnin Apibat Ishvara Matarayam Tata Vajram Matarayam Tata Vajram Shurasena Patim Tata Shurasena Patim Tata Prajapatyam Nirupyeshtim Prajapatyam Nirupyeshtim Agnina Piparishvara Agnina Piparishvara Matarayam Tata Vajram Shurasena Patim Tata Prajapatyam Nirupyeshtim Agnina Piparishvara Matarayam Tata Vajram Shurasena Patim Tata Prajapatyam Nirupyeshtim Agnina Piparishvara Matarayam Tata Vajram Shurasena Patim Tata Matarayam at Mathura Tata also Vajram Vajra Shurasena Patim King of the Shurasenas Tataha thereafter Prajapatyam Prajapatya sacrifice Nirupya having performed Ishtim goal Agnin fire Apibat placed in himself Ishvaraha capable. Then he posted Vajra, the son of Aniruddha, grandson of Lord Krishna, at Mathura as the king of the Shurasena. Afterwards, Maharaj Yudhisthira performed a Prajapati sacrifice and placed in himself the fire for quitting household life.
So, Maharaj Yudhisthira first of all appointed his grandson, Parikshit Maharaj, the emperor of the whole world. Then he distributed only intimate families, because Krishna's family, Jadu dynasty, and this Maharaj Yudhisthira's family, Kuru dynasty, they were related in so many ways by marriage. Maharaj Yudhisthira's mother, Kunti, belonged to the Jadu dynasty, means Krishna's aunt, Krishna's father's sister. Similarly, Arjun's wife, Subhadra, here is Subhadra, she became the wife of Arjun, sister of Krishna. So there are so many family relationships. Krishna's family and the Kuru family. Krishna was not present, therefore Maharaj Yudhisthira was taking care of the children, grandson. As his grandson was posted as emperor, similarly Krishna's grandson was also situated as the king of Surasena, in which province the Mathura is there, Mathuraya. So, you can read the third word.
Maharaj Yudhisthira, after placing Maharaj Parikshit on the imperial throne of Hastinapur, and after posting Vajra, the grandson of Lord Krishna, as the king of Mathura, accepted the renounced order of life.
Yes, this was the system that one must retire. Just like at the present moment, although people are asking the president, you retire, you resign, he is not resigning, obstinate. Because he knows this is the first and last chance, I am not going to be elected again. So stick to the post and take as much money as possible, that's all. But formally, they voluntarily retire, the king. In India also we have seen so many big politicians, they could not give up their political job. Even Gandhi, I wrote a personal letter to Gandhi that Mahatma Gandhi, you are recognized all over the world as a very pious man, and you are supposed to be very devotee of Bhagavad Gita. Now you have got your independence, you fought for independence, now you have got independence, so I request you to take the teachings of Bhagavad Gita to preach all over the world. That was my request, because I was thinking of preaching this Bhagavad Gita. So I thought the Gandhi's position is better if he takes up this job, preaching of Bhagavad Gita. Many people will give attention. Just Acharati Sreshta, he is a recognized good man, so people will follow. But he did not do so. He stuck up to the politics. And unless he was killed by another opponent party, he did not give it up. Similarly, I have seen other politicians also, Jawaharlal Nehru, Pant, they would not give up. Pant was so weak, I have seen. He could not stand even. He was doing like this, always. Still he would not give up. Similarly, Jawaharlal Nehru, he was paralyzed. Unless he was dead, he could not give up. This is not Vedic civilization. Vedic civilization is that at a certain age you must retire. Never mind. The age is divided into 4 parts. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and sannyas. Brahman, Kshatri, Vaishya, Shudra. So Vedic civilization means Varnashram Dharma, accepting the institution of 4 Varnas and 4 Ashram. Social and spiritual order. For social order, there must be Brahman, Kshatri, Vaishya, Shudra, and for spiritual order, there must be Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and sannyas. This is the system. So, unless you accept this institution of Varnashram Dharma, you are not considered as civilized man. Aryan. Aryan means who are making progress under the institution of Varnashram Dharma. That progress means to approach the Supreme Personality of God. That is the goal. But people do not know that. not only now, formally also. Nati vidu sarthagatin hi Vishnu. They do not know what is their ultimate goal of self-interest. Why Maharaj Yudhishthira is retiring from the... So that is not, to become king is not the ultimate goal of life. No. He has got another ultimate goal of life. He remained as a king as a matter of duty. Just like you work in some office or as a professional man, you work as a lawyer, you work as an engineer, you work as a medical man, and that you can do. Because you have to do something to lead livelihood. It doesn't matter. But to become an engineer or to become a scientist or become a medical man or a lawyer, that is not my ultimate goal of life. That is needed to maintain the body and soul together. But that is not ultimate goal of life. Ultimate goal of life is to realize God. That is ultimate. For that purpose, you may be what you are, but you must retire. At the present moment, people retire by force or by somewhere, but they do not know what is the ultimate goal of life. There are many retired men's house in your country, but they do not know what is the ultimate goal of life. Ultimate goal of life is to understand the Supreme Personality of God. Because in your busy life, you have got very little time. Therefore, after Grihastha life, 50 years after, not that, more than that, Panchasadnam Manambhari, then you must retire. It doesn't matter whether you have finished your duty or not. It doesn't matter. You must retire. And then after being trained for some time, being retired from the family life, living secluded life, not exactly secluded, but detached from family life. Let the elderly sons, daughters, they can take care of the family, and the husband, wife, they travel to different places of pilgrimage. Again, they come for some time, but without any attachment, as guests in the house of his son. In this way, when he is trained up, then he says to the wife, now you live with your son, they will take care of you, I am taking sannyas. So everyone has to take sannyas. It is not that a particular man, simply Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to take sannyas. No, that is obligation. You must. In Buddha philosophy, everyone has to take sannyas and live as a sannyasi for some years. That is their duty. So, Maharaj Yudhishthira prepared himself for becoming sannyasi. Sannyasi means renounce, no more family responsibility or any responsibility. Simply to become pure devotee of the Lord. That is sannyasi. Anashrita karma phalam karjam karma karoti ja sa sannyasi. What is the sannyasi definition? Sannyasi means he works, but not as the enjoyer of the fruit of the work. That is sannyasi. Everyone, Kurmi means he is working hard day and night, but he wants the fruit of the work to enjoy himself. That is Kurmi. Sannyasi also will work hard day and night, but he will not take the fruit. it is for Krishna. That is sannyasi. Sannyasi means sat, nasi. Nasi means renounce. And sat means the supreme truth. One who renounces everything for the sake of supreme truth is called sannyasi. That sannyasi formality is to change the dress. But anyone, just like this Maharaj Yudhishthira, Arjuna and his brothers, they are all sannyasis. But still formality. They accepted sannyas, gave up the attachment for the house in this way. Because he is king, if he does not set example, then others will not accept sannyas. But
the system of 4 orders of life and 4 castes in terms of quality and work, known as the Varnashrama Dharma, is the beginning of real human life, and Maharaj Yudhishthira, as the protector of this system of human activities, timely retired from the active life as a sannyasi, handing over the charge of the administration to a trained prince, Maharaj Parikshit. The scientific system of Varnashrama Dharma divides the human life in 4 divisions of occupation and 4 orders of life. The 4 orders of life, as brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasa, are to be followed by all, irrespective of the occupational division. Modern politicians do not wish to retire from active life, even if they are old enough. But Yudhishthira Maharaj, as an ideal king, voluntarily retired from active administrative life to
we
prepare
have
himself.
referred to the politicians, because king means he is also politician. As soon as we speak of king, he is in politics. So these are the examples. Although he was also a great politician, he had to fight in the battle of Kurukshetra. He had to adopt diplomacy, everything. But not that he would forget his real duty. This is perfect civilization. That one should not forget the real duty. The real duty is to fulfill the mission of the human life. The mission of human life is to understand God. And God is there. You cannot deny God is there. But we do not know what is God, what is our relationship with Him, that we do not know. Just like in your country, the currency notes are advertised, in God we trust. But if we ask anybody, that this is the slogan of your state, what do you know about God? Nobody can reply. They will say it is something like this, something like that, but no, everything vague idea. Nobody knows what is God. Neither he knows how to trust in God. That is instructed in the Bhagavad Gita. What is God and how to trust Him. This is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. But the people do not know. They simply have the slogan, in God we trust. Nobody knows what is God. But we are trying to give the contribution. What is God? Not only God, His form, His name, His address, everything we are giving. Here is the form of God, Krishna. If you do not believe that He is not God, then you must say what is your idea of God. If you do not know what is the idea of God, then you must accept from me. And how can you deny that Krishna is not God? First of all, you have to know what is God. God means the Supreme. That is the dictionary word. Supreme Being. So Krishna is the Supreme Being. Krishna is the Supreme Being. You just see Supreme. Here we see a rich man, he enjoys, and his assistants, his managers, his secretaries, they work. They bring money. from business, from factory, and the proprietor enjoy. It's a good example. Similarly, here is God. He is in the enjoying spirit. He is not going to the office to manage his factory. No, he doesn't go. He simply enjoy. That is the injunction of the Veda. Natasya karjam karanancha, the definition of God. What is God? What is God? The idea is given in the Vedas, Upanishad. Natasya karjam, first thing is that he has nothing to do personally. That is first qualification of God. If he has to do something personally, then he is not God. Natasya karjam karanancha vidyate, natasya sama adhikascha drishyate. Nobody can be equal to him or greater than him. This is the definition of God. Any subject matter. Suppose opulence, riches. So nobody can be richer than God. Or nobody can be equal with God. This is greatness. God is great. How he is great? That is defined every particularly. He is great because nobody equally reach with him. Nobody is richer than him. That is God. Everybody is poorer than him. Therefore, natasya sama, sama means equal. And adhika means greater. How God can be great? If somebody is greater than him, how God is great? If somebody is equal to him, then how is great? Just see how the definition is given perfect. Natasya karjam karanancha vidyate. He has nothing to do because he is great. Why he should work? All the subordinates will work. We are all subordinate. Therefore we shall work for God. But we have made our formula that God shall work for me. God give us our daily bread. We have nothing to do. Simply give us our bread. What is this? But the Vaishnava idea is that without giving bread to God, God will die. Jasodama is thinking, if I do not give Krishna to eat something nice, Krishna will become lean and thin. That is love of God. How to serve Krishna, how to serve God. Sevanmukhi. That is real religion. When we are not to take service from God, but we are ready to give service to God. That is real religion. Savai pumsang paro dharma, jato bhakti radhokha. Adokha. God is beyond our senses. Therefore he is adokha. So that is a type of religion which teaches the followers how to serve God, how to love God. That is perfect. It doesn't matter whether it is Christian religion or Hindu religion. No. If the followers are trained up how to love God, how to serve God, that is perfect. That is being taught here. In this Krishna consciousness movement, there is no such teaching to ask from God. No. To give everything to God. That is Krishna consciousness. That is required. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj is a devotee, therefore, although he was the powerful emperor, still he is now sacrificing his life for the service of the Lord. This is human civilization. At least at a certain point of your life, you must sacrifice. If you haven't got anything, money, then you can sacrifice your life. Pranai rathai dhya vacha etavat janma safallam dehinam ihodesh. This human form of life can be perfected. How? How it can be perfected? Pranairathai dhya vacha. Prana means life. Artha means riches. Pranairathai dhya. Dhya means intelligence. And vacha. Vacha means words. So we have got four things. We have got our life, and everybody has got some riches, either 1 pound or 1 million pound. Everybody has got something. This is called artha, prana, artha, and everyone has got intelligence. And everyone has got the power to speak. So we have to engage all these four things. Either 4 or 3 or 2, at least 1. We must engage. Pranirarthidya Srila A.C. sada. This is the principle of religion or perfection of life. Itavad janmas, then our life will be. There are many other slokas in Bhāgavatam. Atha pungvi dija sreshtha varnasrama vibhagasa sanusthitasa dharmasya samsiddhi haritosana. This varnasrama dharma we have already explained. So, any civilized man must be within this category of varnasrama dharma. Otherwise, he is animal. Unless you accept some institution of making progress in spiritual life, you are animal. That is the difference between animal and man. Man has got some institution, some social structure, religious structure, political structure. Otherwise, what is the difference between animal? The animal, they haven't got any president or senate house or parliament or church. That is the difference. So, this varnasrama dharma means one has to accept these principles of varnasrama dharma and act accordingly. A Brahmin should act according to Brahmin principles. Sattva, sama, dhamma, titikha. The Kshatriya should act accordingly. The Vaishya should act accordingly. The same example as we have given many times, that I have got my head department, arms department, belly department and leg department. To keep the body fit, everyone should act very nicely. Brain should work nicely, arm must be strong, belly must be fit to digest food stuff, a leg must work. Similarly, these things, the varnasrama dharma is necessary. It is not a convention. It is not a convention that the Hindus or the Indians, there are only Brahmins. No, here are also Brahmins. Because it is the creation of God. God's creation must be there. So now, this Krishna consciousness movement is picking up who are the Brahmins. They are mixed up. So long, there was no picking up of the Brahmins. Now, by this movement, Krishna consciousness movement, we are picking up the Brahmins because there is need of Brahmins. Because brain is not there. Brahmin means the brain. They must have knowledge. That is Brahmin. Brahmin in India, the Brahmins are called Pandit, although nowadays is full number one. So but it is the title of the Brahmin to become Pandit. Pandit. He must know everything. Sattva, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam, Brahma Karma Savātam. He must be a very wise man. Jnanam, Vijnanam, practical application, Vijnanam. Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam. And not Nasti, not atheist. Jnanam, Vijnanam means one must know what is God. That is Jnana. And Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. Brahmana means one has already known God. Or Brahma Vastu. Brahmeti Paramatmeti. Bhagavan iti Sadhu. That is Brahma. Therefore people should go to Brahma. Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva vigachet. Without becoming a Brahmana, one cannot become Guru. Because if he does not know Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, what kind of Brahman he is and what kind of Guru he is. Therefore, one must know the ultimate truth. Bhagavan, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan. Not silent simply by understanding Brahma or Paramatma. But he must know what is Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Sa. Bhagavan is Krishna. That is the verdict of the universe. Krishnastu Bhagavan Sa. So, a Brahmana, even the good qualification, but if he does not know Krishna, then he cannot become Guru. That is the injunction. Sat karma nipuna vipra. Vipra means Brahman. Nipuna means very expert. What? A sat karma. Brahmana's business is 6. Pathan, pathan, jajana, jajana, dana, pratigra. A Brahman must be learned. And he must make others learned. That I am learned man, I don't care for others. No. He must teach others to become Brahman. Pathan, pathan. Jajana, jajana. He must worship God and he must teach others also how to worship God. Jajana, jajana. Dana pratigraha. Brahmana's business is not to do any trade or professional. He takes charity. Pratigraha. But dana. Therefore in India it is said, if a Brahman gets 1 lakh of rupees, still he is a beggar. Why? Because he does not keep it. If he gets 1 lakh of rupees now, next moment he will spend it for Krishna. Dana pratigraha. So, even though one is expert, pathan, pathan, jajan, jajan, jan, pratigraha, avaishnava guru rasasya, satkarma nipuna vipra, mantra, tantra, visharada. He is expert in reciting all the mantras, Vedic mantras. He knows everything. But he is not a Vaishnava. You find nowadays impersonalists, voidists, so many Brahmins. They have no idea what is God, who is God. That is God. Avaishnava. Vaishnava knows what is Vishnu, what is God. But Avaishnava, non-Vaishnava, they do not know. So this is the formula that even one Brahman is expert in all knowledge, but he does not know who is God. Guru nasasya, he cannot become Guru. This is the stricture. Sad Vaishnava Savacho Guru, but a Sapacha means dog eaters. They are considered to be the lowest of the mankind, dog eaters. There are different types of eaters, cow eaters, goat eaters, and camel eaters, this eater, that eater, there are so many. Out of that eaters, one who eats the dog is considered the lowest. So, even a person coming from the family of dog eaters, if he knows who is God, he can be Guru. This is the injunction of the Shastra. One who knows God, he cannot remain dog eaters, but sometimes he comes from there. So, but Shastra says, yes, when he has learned the science of God, then he can be accepted as Guru. That is the confirmation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kiva vipra kiva sudra rasikane noy, jai Krishna tattva vetta sei Guru hoy. Who can become Guru? Anyone who knows the science of Krishna, he can become Guru. That is the injunction. Jai, it doesn't matter. Kiva vipra kiva sudra rasikane. He may be a Brahman, he may be a Sudra, he may be a sannyasi, he may be a grihastha, it doesn't matter. He may be European, he may be American, he may be Indian, it doesn't matter. If he knows the science, Jai Krishna Tattva Vitta, say Guru. So it is not limited under certain country, certain atmosphere or certain population. Krishna consciousness is open for everyone. So, therefore, our request is that these Europeans and Americans who have taken to Krishna consciousness, just become perfect in the understanding of the science and become guru and deliver the whole world. Thank you very much.
Śrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Vracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, another very wonderful class by Srila Prabhupada. I really liked the flow with which Srila Prabhupada was presenting things. It was flawless. Srila Prabhupada, as far as I could think of, primarily talked about 4 things. First, the responsible leadership of Maharaj Yudhishthir, how he managed to establish a successor. And because he did this, because he established a successor, this goes to show that he was detached from power. So that's second, he was not attached to the throne. And somebody can be detached from power if they have a pursuit for spiritual perfection, if they know that the goal of life is Krishna Bhakti. So that's third, he had that. And fourth, because he did all of this, he had set a very wonderful example for Varnashram ideals. So yes, and quite a few points Srila Prabhupada very wonderfully explained. One of my favorites was where Srila Prabhupada was explaining that na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, how God, He is the greatest. There is no one greater than God. If someone is greater than God, then that person will be God. So, and because God is greatest, He has nothing to do personally. He can get everything done through His energies. He can get the things executed through His servants. But what sometimes people try to do, they try to make God their servant. They try to ask different things from God. They try to ask God for money, for bank balance, for wife, husband, spouse, for mercy, for blessings. So, Srila Prabhupada was saying that we should not be takers, we should be givers. Takers experience enjoyment, takers may experience some pleasure, takers may experience enjoyment, but givers, they experience enrichment. Takers may have a great time, but givers have a great life. So, can you all quote some verses from Bhagavad Gita wherein Krishna is telling us to give something to Him? Patram pushpam phalam toyam, okay? Man mana bhava mad bhakto, offer your homage unto me, okay? Yat karoshi yad ashnashi yad juhoshi dadashi. Yeah. So yes, so this is exactly what is the definition of sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti haite haya rati ra udaya rati gada hailedara Prema Nama Kaya. Sadhana Bhakti means to give something to Krishna. And when we carry this practice for a long period of time, that takes the shape of Rati. And when Rati becomes intensified, that is called Prema. So, and this is something which is not only to be exercised in our relationship with Krishna. This can be seen, or this should be practiced in every relationship, in our relationship, in the relationship between a senior and a junior, relationship between husband and wife, relationship between friends. Like it is said, good friends are not those who look at each other. Good friends are those who look in the same direction, in the direction of Krishna. Good friends are not those who scratch each other's back. Good friends are those who have each other's back for the service of Krishna. So like that. And it's not that we cannot ask from Krishna. It's okay to ask. Like we can see in several prayers of our acharyas, wherein they are praying Krishna for mercy. They are asking Krishna for blessings. Like few days back, I was going through a prayer by Bilva Mangal Thakur and Krishna Karnamrit. He is asking for mercy from Krishna. Mai prasadam madhuraika takshar vanshi ninadanu charer videhi Tvai prasanne kimiha parernas tvaya prasanne kimiha parernaha. He is saying, oh Krishna, I am hankering for your mercy. Please bless me with your mercy. And if I obtain that, if I obtain your mercy, then nothing else is worth obtaining in the three worlds. And if I don't obtain your mercy, then also nothing else is worth obtaining in the three worlds. So asking for mercy, asking for blessings is not wrong, but what is more important is what we'll do after getting that mercy. Like in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Maharaj Pratap Rudra, he is eager to get the darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to get his mercy. But after his meeting was arranged in the Jagannath Vallabh garden, what he did, he started reciting the 31st chapter from the 10th canto, the Gopi Geet, that's the Rasa Leela section. Rasa Leela Shloka Badi Kare Nastavana Jayati Tedikam Adhyaya Kare Napatana Shunite Shunite Prabhura Santosha Apara Bala Bala Bali Prabhu Bale Bara Bara. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he went into ecstasy. He started shouting, go on reciting, don't stop. And when finally Maharaj Pratap Rudra reached the famous verse, the Tava Kathamritam verse, Tava Kathamritam Shloka Raja Ye Padila Uthi Prema Veshe Prabhu Alingana Kaila. So as soon as he recited that verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got up and embraced Maharaj Pratap Rudra. So he got that mercy. But what is more important for us is to note what the king did after receiving that mercy. He started serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He started serving the Vaishnavas. So yes. And if we don't have anything to give, what we can do? Srila Prabhupada was saying, we can give our life to Krishna. Right? Or in other words, we can abide by his instructions, because that way also we'll end up giving something to Krishna. If we are abiding by his instructions, if we are chanting Hare Krishna, that way we'll give some pleasure to Krishna. So, around 10 years back, one of my seniors, he had given a very wonderful Gaur Purnima lead-up class. So the topic was gifts of Lord Chaitanya, gifts for Lord Chaitanya. 5 gifts which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us, and 5 gifts which we can give to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I recently heard that class again. I messaged that devotee. I said, Prabhuji, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he used to glorify his devotees, it is said that it used to seem as if he has 5 mouths. But when you were glorifying in this class, it seemed that he also had 5 mouths. So, extraordinary class. So one of the points which that devotee was making was, one of the gifts that which we can give to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, we can abide by his instructions. So yes, so that is also, abiding by instructions is also giving something to Krishna. And yes, that was mostly it from me. We have 2-3 minutes left. Anyone wants to comment anything or highlight upon anything? Mataji, anything? Yes, Panchatattva.
Jai, thank you, Prabhu. I just wanted to repeat one part from the class because it was very nice. You sort of touched on it, Prabhupada saying that many people have a conception of God, simply God is there to give them bread. And people actually think this is an elevated state to be at, that yes, I pray to God to give, or I appreciate that these things come from God. And in the grand scheme of things, when most of society is atheistic, then I guess it is somewhat virtuous. But probably saying the position of a Vaishnava is that if I do not give bread to God, then he will die. And Mother Yashoda is thinking that if she does not feed Krishna, then Krishna will become lean and skinny. And this is love of God. So it's, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we get access to understanding what love of God actually is. Otherwise, we'd be completely lost. So, Jai Prabhupada.
Jai. Anything else? Any last point? Yes, Prabhuji.
His last statement there for everyone to take responsibility of passing on the Krishna consciousness and giving to others. You know, and being an example to others. And yeah, I remember as one time I was trying to give books out at the club outside a pub. There was this gentleman there I approached, and he says, "Look at you," and he looked. I had the dhoti and everything on, and he says, "You're nonsense." And that I remember, that's the thing the devotees say, isn't it? And I just laughed. He said, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "Well, yeah, that's true. I am nonsense, but I'm trying not to be nonsense." And then he sat down, and then he said, his friends were coming out. He didn't want to see it. But he says, "I won't take the book," but he gave me a donation.
Jai.
Yeah, it was a funny moment. Yeah.
All right, let's close here. Granthara Śrimad Bhāgavatam ki. Oh, fine. Mataji has something to add. Sorry, Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I don't know if you've already said it, but there was Prabhupada says that even the lowest of low dog eaters can be transformed into a guru if they believe in the science of God. All right?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
God Premanande. Murdabad, Murdabad.
He's awkward with the garden.